Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn relations and functions, chapter 1 in the first volume. Before that, let us see what is a set. Sets. A set is a well-defined collection of objects. Well-defined collection of objects. So it is already we have studied in 11th standard. And next one is Cartesian product. Cartesian product. Let A and B are any two non-empty set. A and B are any two non-empty sets. The Cartesian product is given by A cross B is a set of all ordered pair elements from A and B, that is A comma B, such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. So it is a Cartesian product. For example, A equal to 1, 2, 3. Let B equal to 1, 2. So the Cartesian product is given by A cross B equal to. So each element should be paired with every element in B, that is 1, 1, 1, 2 and 2, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 1, 3, 1 and 3, 2. So this is the Cartesian product of the sets A and B. Next, relations. A relation R from a non-empty set A to a non-empty set B is a subset of the Cartesian product A cross B. So first we have derived Cartesian product A cross B by taking ordered pairs of each element in A to every element in B. So A cross B. But it is a Cartesian, the relation is a subset of A cross B with some condition, that is the subset is derived by describing a relationship between first element and second element of the ordered pairs in A cross B. So the elements in the Cartesian product which obey some conditions are the elements of the relation. It is usually denoted by capital R. So the relation is denoted by capital R. Let A equal to 1, 2, 3 and B equal to the elements 1, 2. Now the Cartesian product A cross B is given by 1, 1, 1, 2 and 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. So this is a Cartesian product A cross B. Let us describe a relation R such that A comma B, so is an element, ordered pair element, such that a condition, let B equal to A plus 1. So let us describe a relation between A and B, that is B equal to A plus 1. So see how many elements obeys this law. A plus 1 means if A equal to 1, B equal to 2. So there exists an element such that is 1, 2. If A equal to 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So we don't have any element 2 plus 3, 2, 3. So there exists only one element. If A equal to 1, 2 is a element. If A equal to 2, then 2 plus 1, 3 does not exist, the ordered pair, and also 3 means 3 plus 1, 4. So there is only one element in the relation. It is a subset of, here R is a subset of, that is A cross B, and the second element is called image of the first element. The second element called image of the first element. The set of all first elements, the set of all first elements are called domain. So domain is a set of all first elements described in a relation, and the set of all second elements is called codomain. Codomain. So codomain. So this is already we have, these are the things we have already studied, and note that range is either equal to or subset of domain. So this is also we have already studied. So now types of relations. Next, types of relations. First, empty relation. Empty relation. R is a set of relation which there is no element describes, that is for the satisfies the condition of the relationship from A to B. So in the Cartesian product, therefore R is an empty set, that is R equal to 5. Let A equal to 1, 2, 3 and B equal to 1, 2. The Cartesian product A cross B is given as 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1 and 3, 2. Let R be a relation in this Cartesian product, that is A, B, such that B equal to A plus 7. So is there any element when A equal to 1, so B must be 8. So is there any element 1, 8, or if A equal to 2, so B equal to 9, so 2, 9. There are such elements which is not the element of, these elements are not the elements of A cross B. In the Cartesian product we don't have any element which satisfies the condition. Therefore here the relation R is nothing but empty relation. Next is universal relation. Universal relation. Here R is nothing but A cross B. So every element in the Cartesian product A cross B is the element of R, that which is called universal relation. That is, in the whatever the elements Cartesian product have are the elements of R, means that R is said to be a universal relation. Now you take your first volume mathematics book and go to page number 2, in which types of relations given. In the definition 1, a relation R is set to in a set A is called empty relation if no element of A is related to any element of E, that is R equal to 5, which is the subset of A cross A. Similarly, definition 2, a relation R in a set A is called universal relation if each element of A is related to every element of A, that is R equal to A cross A. So these are all what we have seen that. Now the important one. So the last but one paragraph, one of the most important relation which plays a significant role in mathematics is an equivalence relation. To study equivalence relation, we first consider the types of relations, namely reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So for an equivalence relation, we must study about reflexive, symmetric and transitive relation. First one is reflexive. Here first one is reflexive. A relation R is said to be reflexive if A, belongs to R for every A belongs to A. So A is a set, there is a element A in set A, we must have A, as a element of R. That means 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, like that. We have to have such elements should be the element of that ordered pair should be the element of R. Therefore, that relation is said to be reflexive. The next one is symmetric. Symmetric. A symmetric relation is defined by, that is, a relation R is said to be symmetric. Said to be symmetric if A comma B belongs to R, which implies B comma A must be belongs to R. That means in a relation, if we have 1 comma 2 as a element of R, we must have 2 comma 1 must be the element of R. So that is the condition. Suppose in a relation, if we find 3 comma 6 as an element of R, then we must have 6 comma 3 as an element of R. Therefore, for every A comma B belongs to R, B comma A must belong to R, which is a relation said to be symmetric. And the third one is transitive. Third one is transitive. A relation, again, a relation R is said to be transitive. Transitive if A comma B belongs to R as well as B comma C belongs to R, we must have, which implies A comma C belongs to R. That means if an ordered pair is an element, A comma B is an element of R, also B comma C is the element of R, then we must have A comma C is also the element of R. So then only we can say that relation is transitive. There is one more condition, that is, if A comma B belongs to R, A comma B belongs to R, but B comma C is not the element of R, that is, does not belong to R, then we need not look for, we need not look for an element A comma C belongs to R. That is, in that case also the relation is said to be transitive. That is, the basic condition is A comma B and B comma C are the elements of R, means A comma C must be the element of R. But in the second case, we have A comma B is the element of R, but there is no B comma C. Then how can we look for B A comma C? So in that case also the relation is said to be transitive. If a relation is simultaneously reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive, then the relation is known as equivalence relation. Now in the problem we will be given to verify whether the given relation is an equivalence relation or not. So in that case we have to prove the relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive too. So let us start problem solving based on this. Exercise 1.1, question number 1, determine whether each of the following relations are reflexive, symmetric and transitive. The first subdivision, question number 1, in which the first subdivision, a relation R in the set A, we are given a set 1 to 14, that is 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 14, 13, 14, defined as, the relation is defined as R is x comma y such that 3x minus y equal to 0. 3x minus y equal to 0. If 3x minus y equal to 0, we have 3x equal to y or y equal to 3x. So based on the condition, we have to define the relation. Here we can write the relation in the roster or tabular form like that. Now there are 14 elements from 1 to 14, and if put x equal to 1, y equal to 3. So 1 comma 3. Here we know that y equal to 3x. Based on this relation, y equal to 3x. Put x equal to 1, 1 comma 3, and 2 comma 6, and 3 comma 9, and 4 comma 12, 4 comma 12, and 5 comma 15. So 15 does not exist here. So we cannot write any other element like this. So this is the relation is nothing but y equal to 3x or 3x minus y equal to 0. I have rewritten like this in order to write the elements in the R. So here substitute 1, 1 3s are 3, so 3, 2 comma 6, 3 comma 9, 4 comma 12, and if you take 5, 3 5s are 15, 15 not the element of A. So the relation in set A having the elements 1 comma 3, 2 comma 6. Now here first one is reflexive. For the reflexive, the condition is A comma A belongs to R, that is A comma A is a element of R. Here no element like 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Here 1 comma 1 or 2 comma 2 or 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4 are not the elements of R. So this is not reflexive. And next, second one is symmetric. Here the symmetric condition, if A comma B belongs to R, then there should exist an element B comma A in R. Here 1 comma 3 is the element of R, but 3 comma 1 does not belong to R, so it is not the element of R. Similarly 2 comma 6 present here, but 6 comma 2 is not the element of R, therefore it is not symmetric too. Now here 1 comma 3 belongs to R and 3 comma 9 belongs to R, but no element as 1 comma 9 as a element of R, therefore it is not transitive to. The transitive, for a transitive relation A comma B, and if A comma B and B comma C are the elements of R, there should exist A comma C in the relation R. But here 1 comma 3 here is the element of R, 3 comma 9 is also the element of R. There is no element 1 comma 9, there is no pair 1 comma 9 is the element of R, therefore it is not transitive. Therefore the relation R in the set A is neither reflexive nor symmetric and nor transitive. The first question, second subdivision. The relation R in the set of n of natural numbers defined as. So let n equal to natural numbers 1 comma 2 comma 3 etc., and R is a relation defined as the element x comma y such that y equal to x plus 5 and x is less than 4. So we can define the relation as first one, x is less than 4 means 1, 2, 3 only. When x equal to 1, 1 plus 5 y equal to 6. Similarly, when 2 comma 7 and 3 comma 8. So this is the relation we can explain. Now first one, there is no element like that a comma a belongs to R, that is 1 comma 1 or 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Here a comma a does not belongs to R, there is no element 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 like this. Therefore, the relation R in set N is not reflexive. So, R is not reflexive. And here second one, 1 comma 6 belongs to R, 1 comma 6 belongs to R, but there is no element 6 comma 1 is a element of R, therefore it is not symmetric. So, R is not symmetric. And if 1 comma 6 present, there is no 6 comma something, that is the condition for transitive. If a comma b and b comma c both are the elements of R, then we should have a comma c as a element of R. So, this is a condition. If b comma c is not the element of R, there is no necessary for a comma c belongs to R. Here, look at here. So, 1 comma 6 is a element of R. There is no 6 as a pre-image of any element in the relation. Similarly, 2 comma 7 is a element of R. There is no element having the pre-image. There is no image for 7. Similarly, there is an element 3 comma 8. There is no image for 8. Therefore, we need not look for any other element. Therefore, R is transitive here. Here R is transitive. Next, subdivision 3. We are given a set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and R is the relation defined as x comma y such that y is divisible by x. Y is divisible by x. Now, let us write the elements of R in order to understand. That is, every element divisible by 1 also, that is 1 is 1 by 1. So, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4 and 1 comma 5 as well as 1 comma 6. So, each element, that is second element, is divisible by the first element. Each element 1, 2, 3, every element is divisible by 1. And similarly, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 2. So, 2 is divisible by 2. 2 is divisible by 1 and no element which is divisible by, that is 2 comma 2 and 3 is not divisible by 2. So, 2 comma 4 and 2 comma 6. It is divisible by 6. So, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 6 and again 3 comma 1, no 3 comma 2, 3 comma 4, 3 comma 6 only, 3 comma 6 and for 4, 3 comma 3 as well as 3 comma 6 and 4 comma 4, 4 comma 4 only and 5 comma 5 as well as 6 comma 6. Okay. So, 4 is divisible by either by 1 and 2 and by itself. 5 is divisible 1 and by itself. 6 is divisible by 1, that is 1 as well as 2 as well as 3 and by itself. So, this is the set of elements in R. So, why I am writing like this means simply I can explain by definition, but here in order to understand I am writing all the elements in the relation here. Now, consider first one is reflexive. For the reflexive, so every element, that is a comma a, in relation a comma a belongs to R. Here, look at here, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4, 5 comma 5, 6 comma 6. So, a comma a belongs to R for every a belongs to A. So every element in the relation A, we have A comma A is a element of the relation R. Therefore, R is reflexive. R is reflexive. And second one, if it must be symmetric. So for the symmetry, we have 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2 is a element of here. There is no element 2 comma 1. Similarly, 1 comma 3 is a element. So 3 comma 1 does not belong to the relation R. Here A comma B belongs to R, which implies B comma A is not the element of R. Therefore, R is not symmetric. R is not symmetric. And look at here, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 4, 1 comma 2 is the element here and 2 comma 4, and 1 comma 4 is the element, 1 comma 2 present, 2 comma 4 is the element of R. Therefore, 1 comma 4 is the element of R. Similarly, we have A comma B and B comma C belongs to R. We have, which implies that is A comma C. For every ABC, A comma C also element of R. Therefore, R is transitive. Here R is transitive. Subdivision 4. We are given Z, the set of integers minus infinitive etc., minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. up to infinitive. So these are all the set, elements in the set. Now we are given the relation R is defined as x comma y such that x minus y is an integer. We know that the difference between any two integer is again an integer. Now consider 1 comma 1, 1, 2 comma 2 etc. So any element minus the same element is equal to 0. 0 is the element of Z. Therefore, A comma A is a element of relation R. Therefore, R is the relation R in Z, or the relation R in Z is reflexive. The next one, if 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2, that means 1 minus 2, minus 1 is an integer. Similarly, 2 comma 1, that is 2 minus 1, 1 is also an integer. So for every x belongs to Z and y belongs to Z, x minus y is an integer means y minus x is also an integer. If x minus y is an integer, then y minus x is also an integer. Therefore, the relation R in set Z is symmetric. The third one, transitive. If here A minus B is an integer and as well as B minus C also an integer, clearly A minus C is also integer. So A minus B is an integer and B minus C is also an integer means A minus B is integer, because we have taken A, B, C all are integers. So the difference between any two integers is again an integer, that will be the element of R. Therefore, R is transitive also. Here R is reflexive as well as symmetric and transitive also. Next, subdivision 5. Question 1, subdivision 5. In this subdivision there are 5 A, B, C, D, E. So relation R in the set A of human beings in a town at a particular time given by x comma y. A is the relation defined as x comma y such that x and y work at the same place, work at the same place. Now x comma x, that is a person himself, work at the same place. So x and x work at the same place belongs to R. Therefore R is reflexive, R is reflexive. And if x comma y work at the same place means we have y and x are also work at the same place. Say any two persons work at the same place. If you change the order pair, again there is two work at the same place, which gives R is symmetric. Symmetric. And if x comma y and y comma z are the elements of R, that means x, y, z are work at the same place. If x and y work at the same place and y and z also work at the same place, therefore we can conclude x and y also working at the same place, that is x comma z belongs to R, which gives R is transitive. Transitive. So here the relation R is all, that is reflexive, symmetric and transitive also. Next one, this likewise B and C, D, E all are homework. So do the problems given in B, C, D, E and all. So it is very easy for you. Next we go for second problem. Next question number 2. Show that the relation R in the set, it is given in the bolded letter. R means set of real numbers. R is a set of real numbers. Defined as, the relation R is defined as A comma B such that A is less than or equal to B square. Is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. First one, consider an element 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. For any relation, the element A comma A must belongs to R. Here 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2, consider 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. Here 1 by 2 is greater than the 1 by 2 the whole square. Look at here, 1 by 2, the first 1 by 2 is greater than the 1 by 2 whole square. It is not less than or equal to 1 by 2 the B square. Therefore it is not reflexive. Therefore R, the relation R in the set of real numbers R is not reflexive. Similarly, next one, if we have taken two elements 1 comma 4 and 4 comma 1 are the set, both belongs to R, but one is clearly less than 4 square, but 4 is not less than 1 square. So if A comma B present in the A comma B belongs to R, we must have B comma A should belongs to R for symmetric. But here take the elements 1 comma 4, clearly 1 is less than or equal to 4 square, but 4 is not less than equal to 1 square. Therefore the relation R is not symmetric. Symmetric. And third one is next one is transitive. I will give you some example for this. Consider 3 comma 2 and 2 comma 1.5. Clearly 3 is less than 2 square, because 2 square is 4, so 3 is less than 2 square. So 3 comma 2 belongs to R, the relation R. And in the second case, 2 is less than 1.5 the whole square. The condition is A is less than, either less than or equal to B square. Here 2 is clearly less than 1.5 the whole square, because 1.5 the whole square is 2.25, so 2 is less than. But so look at here, 3 is greater than 1.5 the whole square. That is, for transitive, if a comma b and b comma c belongs to R, means there should exist a comma c belongs to R. Here 3 comma 2 belongs to R, 2 comma 1.5 is also belongs to R, but 3 comma 1.5 is not the element of, that is 3 comma 1.5 is not the element of R, because 1.5 whole square is less than 3, that is 3 is greater than 1.5 the whole square, so it is not transitive also. So the given relation R in the set of real numbers capital R, we have the relation R is neither symmetric nor reflexive nor transitive. Next, question number 3, check whether the relation R defined in the set, let A be the set, given set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. As R is given, the relation R defined as the element A comma B, all the elements A comma B such that B equal to A plus 1. So is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. So consider 1 comma 1. 1 is not equal to 1 plus 1. So if in a set, if in a relation A comma A present in the R, then it is said to be reflexive. Here consider 1 comma 1, 1 is not equal to 1 plus 1. So R is not reflexive, and if 1 comma 2, say 2 equal to 1 plus 1, and consider 2 comma 1. Now 1 is not equal to 2 plus 1. So 1 comma 2 present in the relation, because 2 equal to 1 plus 1, that is B equal to A plus 1. So 2 equal to 1 plus 1. But here 1 not equal to 2 plus 1. So we have R is not symmetric. And consider 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. Here 2 equal to 1 plus 1 and 3 equal to 2 plus 1. There is no element 1 comma 3 such that 3 is not equal to 1 plus 1. So R is not transitive too. Therefore here in this relation the R is neither reflexive nor symmetric and nor transitive. It is not transitive. Question number 4. Show that the relation R in the set of real numbers R equal to A comma B such that A is less than or equal to B is reflexive, transitive but not symmetric. First one, for every A comma A we have A is either less than or equal, definitely equal to A. Therefore it is R is reflexive, and for any element A comma B we have, if A is less than B, how can we say B is less than A? Therefore B is not less than A, therefore it is R is not symmetric. Now consider A comma B, B comma C. If A is less than or equal to B, then and B is also less than or equal to C. If A is less than B and B is less than C, clearly we know that A is less than or equal to C, that is A is less than C only. So it obeys this property, therefore R is transitive. Hence the relation R in the set of real numbers is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. question number 6. Actually question number 5 is nearly same as question number 4. So question number 5 is a homework for you, and let me start with the question number 6. Show that the relation in the set 1, 2, 3. Let we define the set as A whose elements are 1, 2, 3, and the relation is given by R equal to 1, 2, 2, 1. So only these two elements is symmetric, neither reflexive nor transitive. Clearly 1, 1 does not belong to R. So R is not reflexive. And second one, 1, 2 belongs to R, which implies 2, 1 also belongs to R, which gives, therefore R is symmetric. And there exist two elements such that 1, 2 as well as 2, 1 belongs to R. Both elements 1, 2 and 2, 1. So for the transitive we must have 1, 1 should belongs to R, but 1, 1 is not the element of R, so it is not transitive. Therefore R is not transitive. Hence R is only symmetric, neither reflexive nor transitive. Next question number 7. Show that the relation R in the set of A of all books in a library of college R is given by R equal to x, y. That is a relation given by the element x, y, such that x and y have same number of pages. X and y have same number of pages. So these two elements are nothing but books in a library. Let us see first one, x, x belongs to R, because a book and itself having the same page. Therefore R is reflexive. And second one, if x, y belongs to R, that means there are two books such that x and y are two books such that they have same page, means y and x and y and x must have the same page. That is, if we choose two books which have same number of pages, then the reciprocally, that is reversely, y and x also having the same number of pages, which gives R is symmetric. Now third one, x and y having the same number of pages, so the x, y belongs to R, and also y, z, another two books having same number of pages, then we must have x and z must have the same number of pages. So if x and y are having the same number of pages and y and z having the same number of pages, then x and z must have the same number of pages. So R is transitive too. Now let us see what they ask. Question number 7. So since the relation R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, therefore R is an equivalence relation. Next, question number 8. We are given a set A. So A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and R is a set defined by the elements A, B such that modulus of A minus B is even. The first one, 1 comma 1 belongs to R. Why? Because modulus of 1 minus 1 equal to 0. 0 is an even number. Therefore, for every 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4, 5 comma 5 are the elements of relation R. Because modulus of 1 comma 1 minus 1 or 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. 0 is an even number. Therefore, it satisfies. Hence, R is reflexive. And second one, let it be part A. This is part A. Now, second one. If the difference between modulus of 1 minus 3 equal to modulus of minus 2 equal to 2, we have modulus of 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So, if 1 comma 3 belongs to R, we have 3 comma 1 also the element of R. Therefore, for every A comma B belongs to R satisfies this condition, the reciprocal, that is reverse, B comma A is also element of R. So, R is symmetric. That means, if modulus of A minus B is even, then minus of A minus B is equal to modulus of B minus A is also even. So, it is R is symmetric. And consider modulus of A minus B equal to even. Modulus of B minus C is also even. And now, the sum of two events, that is modulus of A minus B plus B minus C is also an even. Sum of two even numbers is an even number, which is A minus B plus B minus C is nothing but modulus of A minus C. Clearly is an even. So, for every A comma B comma C belongs to R, which implies A comma C belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive also. So, R is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive. So, in this we have R is an equivalence relation. Now, the next part B, they show that all the elements of 1, 3, 5 are related to each other. Now, we have to show that. Let B be the set of 1, 3, 5. Assume that the set 1, 3, 5 is B. Clearly, these three are odd numbers. We know that the difference between two odd numbers is always an even number. That is, 1 minus 3 is even, or 3 minus 5 is also even. So, the difference between two odd numbers is always an even number. Therefore, every element is related to related to each other, and all the elements in 2, 4. Let C denotes the element set containing the elements 2, 4. So, the difference between 2 minus 2 equal to 0 is an even. 2 minus 4, modulus of 2 minus 4 equal to 2 is an even. Similarly, 4 minus 4 is a 0 even. 4 minus 2 is also 2 even. So, here in the set 2, 4 are all the elements of 2, 4 is also related to each other. Now, the third one, they asked you, no element in 1, 3, 5 is related to 2, 4, because the difference between an odd minus even or even minus odd is always odd. That is, 1 minus 2 equal to, modulus of 1 minus 2 equal to 1 is odd. Modulus of 1 minus 4. So, 1 odd, 1 even equal to minus 3 equal to 3 is odd. So we can have many examples. So a difference between odd or even odd minus even or even minus odd is always an odd. So the each element, every element in the B is not related to C. So that is given in the question number 8. So no element of 1 comma 3 is related to any element of 2 comma 4 because the condition is modulus of A minus B is even. Next question number 9. Show that each element of relation R in the set A, that is A is having an element X is the element of integers Z, and given that 0 less than or equal to X less than or equal to 12 is given by 1. A minus B is a multiple of 4, the relation. First let us see what is A. A equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is a set A defined as. Now the relation defined as R is a set, that is A comma B such that modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4, is a multiple 4, multiple of 4, okay, is an equivalence relation. Find all the elements related to one each case. So for the first one we have clearly see 0 comma 0 is a 0 minus 0 is equal to 0 is a multiple of 4. 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2. So 0 comma 0, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. So every element subtracted by itself equal to 0. So 0 is a multiple of 4. Therefore A comma A belongs to R for every A belongs to A. Therefore R is reflexive. Next, if A comma B belongs to R, that means modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. Multiple of 4 means we have modulus of B minus A is also a multiple of 4, that is B comma A, belongs to R. For every A comma B belongs to R, belongs to A. Therefore R is symmetric also. If see 2 comma 6, modulus of 2 minus 6 equal to 4. 4 is a multiple of 4. Similarly 6 minus 2 is also 4. Therefore for every A comma B belongs to R, we have B comma A belongs to R. So both are multiple of 4. Therefore R is symmetric. Next one, if modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4, and modulus of B minus C is another multiple of 4, then A minus C must be a multiple of 4, because the sum of any two multiple of 4 is always a multiple of 4. That is modulus of A minus C is nothing but modulus of A minus B plus modulus minus B minus C. So which is equal to modulus of A minus C. So sum of two multiples of 4 is a multiple of 4. But look at here, 4 plus 8 equal to 4 into 1 plus 2. So is a multiple of 4. We can take 4 as common. Therefore we can show the sum of any two multiple of 4 is definitely a multiple of 4. Therefore it gives A minus C is a multiple of 4. That means we have A comma B belongs to R, and B comma C also the element of R, which implies A comma C belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive too. Therefore, it is a equivalence. R is equivalence relation. The second one. Now let us explain second one. The relation R equal to A comma B such that A equal to B. We know that 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, etc. all belongs to R, because 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2 equal to 0, which is a multiple of 4, 1, which is equal, they are equal, sorry, here not multiple of 4, A equal to B. So, 1 equal to 1, 2 equal to 2. So, all the elements in the relation we can have, therefore, it is clearly reflexive. So, R is reflexive. And now, if 1 comma 1 belongs to R, its reverse gives 1 comma 1 belongs to R, because 1 comma 1, that is, let us take x and y, x equal to 1 and y equal to 1, because A equal to B, which is belongs to R. We have y comma x also the element of R, because y equal to x, that is 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, like that. And transitive also, because if there is no 1 comma 2, so 1 comma 1 present, and 1 comma 2 is not a element of R. So, we need not look for 1 comma any other set, that is, we have only the elements R is given by 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, etc., 3 comma 3, etc. So, 12 comma 12. Now, if A comma B and B comma C are the elements of R, means then only we have to show A comma C belongs to R. But here we have only A comma B, means A comma A only. So, there is no need of B comma C and A comma C and all. Therefore, R is transitive too. Hence, R is an equivalence relation. Now, they asked you, the next one is find the set of all elements related to 1 in each case. So, let us have a relation related to element 1. That means, here R equal to 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6, 1 comma 7, 1 comma 8, 1 comma 9, 1 comma 10, 1 comma 11 and 1 comma 12. So, all the elements related to 1 is 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2. Now, here the condition is for the first one, modulus of A minus B must be even. So, sorry, multiple of 4 is a multiple of 4, multiple of 4. Here the elements 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 5 only multiple of 4, because 1 minus 2 is not a multiple of 4. The difference between 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4 are not multiple of 4. Having only 1 comma 5 is multiple of 4, that is 5. And the next one is 1 comma 6 is not multiple of 4, multiple of 4. Here next one is 1 comma 9. So, another element is 9. There is no other element apart from here 1 comma 12 also is a element of R. Now, so analyzing, we have only 1, the elements related to 1 is 1 and 5 and 9 only. Therefore, the elements 1 comma 5 comma 9 are related to 1 only, because the difference between any of these related to 1 minus 1 multiple of 4, 5 minus 1 multiple of 4, 9 minus 1 is a multiple of 4. There is no other element rather than 1, 5, 9. For the second one, A equal to B. A equal to B means we have only 1 comma 1. So which is related to 1. There is no 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Therefore, for the second one, we have only one element 1. So 1 equal to 1. So for the second case, A equal to B. So 1 equal to 1. In such case, we have only one element 1 only. So this is the answer. Next, question number 10. Give an example of relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. For these 5 subdivisions, I give you as a homework. Question number 10 is your homework. And 11, from the problems 11, I will give you idea. Question number 11. Show that the relation R in a set A of points in a plane given by R equal to the points P comma Q such that distance of the point P from origin is same as the distance of point Q from the origin. So the distance between, that is, we have OP equal to OQ. The distance from the origin of point P must be difference between the point of OQ is what we have to show, that is an equivalence relation. First let us prove this. Now consider a plane. Consider a plane. This is origin. Let P and Q are any 2 points which are equidistant from the origin. So let us consider this. Just for example, I tell you. Now a point P, the distance from origin to the point P is same as distance from the origin to the same point P. Therefore, P comma P belongs to R. So every point is having the same distance between the point itself. So for every point P, P comma P belongs to R. So R is reflexive. Next one, take 2 points P comma Q. If the distance of those points P and Q having the same distance from origin means we have Q and P must have the same distance. So Q comma P belongs to R only. So P and Q having the same distance from the origin. So it is a element of R. Reversely, Q and P also having the same distance from the origin. Therefore, that is also element of R. Therefore, R is symmetric. R is symmetric. And now take another point R here. So just for example, these are all just I am approximately showing you, not calculative. So let P, Q, R are 3 points such that OP equal to OQ. So that is distance of P from origin is equal to distance of Q from origin, and moreover OQ is equal to OR. That is distance of Q from the origin is equal to the distance of R from the origin. Then we must have OP equal to OR. That is P comma Q belongs to R, and further Q comma P Q comma R also the element of R. Definitely P comma R belongs to R. These two possess the same distance from the origin. Therefore, this is R is transitive to. Hence, R is transitive. Hence, the relation R under this condition is an equivalence relation. Now in the previous problem, we can say the set of all points in the plane which are equidistant from the origin, that is O. So all the points from equidistance from the origin forms a circle, because These points, if we name P, Q, R, S like that, so every point OP equal to OP, therefore it is belongs to R, therefore it is reflexive. If OP equal to OQ, then OQ equal to OP, therefore it is symmetric. If OP equal to OQ and OQ equal to OR, then OP equal to OR. So it is transitive to the set of all points which are equal distance from the center form a circle. And question number 12. Show that the relation defined. Question number 12. Let me write 12. Show that the relation are defined in the set of all triangles, that is R equal to T1 comma T2. R equal to triangle 1 comma triangle T2, triangle 2, such that T1 is similar to T2, such that T1 is similar to T2. Is an equivalence relation. We know that a triangle similar to itself. So, a triangle is similar to itself. Therefore, T1 similar to T1, which gives T1 comma T1, T1 comma T1 belongs to R. So, R is reflexive. Now, take two triangles which are similar to each other. T1 similar to T2. If T1 similar to T2, definitely we can say T2 is similar to T1. If one triangle is similar to another triangle, definitely the another triangle must be the similar to the first triangle. So, T1 comma T2 belongs to R, which implies T2 comma T1 belongs to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. Now, take any three triangles which are similar to each other, that is triangle, first triangle T1 similar to T2, and further the second triangle T2 similar to the third triangle T3. If the triangle, first triangle similar to second triangle, but whereas the second triangle similar to the third triangle, which gives the first and third triangles, that is T1 definitely similar to the T3. Therefore, T1 comma T2 belongs to R. Further, T2 comma T3 belongs to R. So, which implies T1 comma T3 belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive to transitive. Hence, the relation R in the set of all similar triangles is a equivalence relation. And further they asked, with the sides 3, 4, 5, T1 with the sides, let us see. The sides given by, for the T1 the sides are 3, 4, 5, and for the triangle the sides are in the ratio 5, 12, 13. So, these are Pythagorean number. Therefore, these form right angle triangles. The another triangle T3 is 6, 8, 10. So, which are triangles among T1, T2, T3 are related? Now, we know that we have studied if two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are proportional. Accordingly, so 3 by 5 is not equal to 4 by 12. Also 5 is not equal to 5 by 13. But in the case of T1 and T3, T1 is to T2 means we have here related to T1 related to T2. Compare T1 and T3, we have 3 by 6 equal to 4 by 8 equal to 5 by 10. So, the triangles T1 and T3 are related. Question number 14. Let L be the set of all lines in xy plane. Let L be the set of all lines in xy plane. So, there are so many lines we can draw in this line, in this plane, and defined by the relation R is defined as L1 line 1 comma line 2, such that the condition is L1 is parallel to L2, L1 is parallel to L2. So, this is the condition. Now, show that the R is an equivalence relation. Clearly, by orally we can say every line is parallel to itself, therefore, L1 comma L1 belongs to R. Every line is parallel to itself. So, L1 comma L1 belongs to R. So, R is reflexive, R is reflexive, and if line 1 parallel to line 2, then the line L2 is parallel to L1 only. If L1 parallel to L2 and L2 definitely parallel to L1, so both belongs to R, therefore, R is symmetric to. Consider 3 lines L1, L2, L3, L2, L3. If L1 parallel to L2 and L2 parallel to L3 means clearly L1 parallel to L3 only. So, R is transitive to, therefore, here the set relation R is an equivalence relation with respect to the lines which are parallel to each other. Find the set of all lines related to the line y equal to 2x plus 4, y equal to 2x plus 4. Clearly we can say y equal to 2x plus c, where c belongs to R, is the set of all lines which are parallel to the given line y equal to 2x plus 4. When you change the constant, definitely that line will be parallel to the given line. So, this is answer. And question number 15 and 16 are objective type. So, those problems are very easy. I give you question number 15 and 16 also as homework. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next class to start with types of functions.